Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Box, and in this video I'm going to show you all the artwork that I created in the month of July 2018. Now I am in the family kitchen, so the fridge might start making a noise. It has been doing a bit of raining, so don't mind the extraneous noises. I'm sure they'll be as quiet as possible, and my cat might chip in. But this comic is to get along with catching up with all the Marvel movies. I've been coming up with these ideas for little comics, because sometimes I get an idea and it's just that a little joke thing, and I don't necessarily want to do a massive art piece if nobody else is going to get the joke. So I decided I'll do them in comics. Now, this is Doctor Strange, and he's watching the Great British Bake Off. And every time I watch the Great British Bake Off, I have a favourite contestant. So this is Doctor Strange, and he's got one of his portals so he can give his favourite contestant some tips about the cake, because he knows what's going to happen. So he gives them some tips, and then they get the Hollywood handshake because Doctor Strange has helped him out. And that's the floor of the tent. So I thought that was cute. I don't think anybody got the joke, but I liked it. So this next Autistic in Space webcomic is about Matty Barton in Emmerdale, and I think the character is amazing. And and this comic is about how it helped me talk to Mum, and how soaps help me bring up different topics. So that's that comic. Now I have another, it goes this way, I think. Another animal alphabet character, and he's like one of these, and he's on a swing, and he's got his tight jeans on. So I thought that was cute. And then we had over June, July, we had the Doctor Who on Twitch event. Now I didn't watch it on Twitch because sensory overload, all the comments scrolling past and having to concentrate on the programme would have been too much. And I also like to do reviews for my Who Ventures channel, so I didn't want to see everything, and I didn't have all day to spend just on Twitch watching the episodes. I don't know how they all did it. They must have stayed up all day just watching Twitch. Anyway, one of the most popular memes that came out of it was London 1965, when Ian and Barbara finally make it back home in the correct time. So I thought I'd draw Ian and Barbara, and they're all excited because they've got to London. And then I drew all the colours because I looked up what the style was in 1965, and it was like lots of colour and paisley. So I got all these colours, and I tried, in my art I like to try and make it look 3D. So that I used a lot of layering and directioning, and then I did London 1965 street sign. See, that's my Ian and Barbara Doctor Who on Twitch picture. Then this character is another animal alphabets character, and I forget what he's called. But this one was pretty tricky because he has these big bony protrusions from his arms, so I had to figure out how is he going to have pants on and what is he going to wear. So I looked up Magic Mag, and they have these ties on, so I gave him a tie, and then I put sort of fig leaves around his mandan. So because he's got really pointy big things, so that was really tricky figuring it out. Well, yeah. Then this next webcomic, and it's all about how my brain has processes things, and all about my Google brain and how my brain is like a Google image search, and how when I'm just chatting and stuff, things, or when I'm doing quizzes, I either know the answer really fast or I come up with something completely random, and it's because there's constantly connections going on in my brain and it's very visual, so that's how my brain works. So this next picture is of Brooke from Hollyoaks. She's a new character, and she's an autistic character played by an autistic actress, and she's fabulous. Now I tried drawing her because it's picking the skin tone up a bit pinker than it is in real life. But I started drawing her. I'm not entirely pleased because I don't think I got her face right, but I liked her style. So I had to go. I had another go, but I ripped it up because I didn't think it was very good. But then I finished this one. But I don't think I've still not quite got her face correct. But that's Brooke in Hollyoaks, so I'm back to watching Hollyoaks regularly now. And then this is another animal alphabet, and he's like a massive armadillo thing, and I thought like Zootopia magic, like all the bunny rabbit screaming and like with a friend they'd all chuck the knickers on this stage. So he's caught some knickers on his tail, and he's holding some in his claws. So I just thought that would be funny. And this is my comic all about the World Cup, and it's all about how I really enjoyed and how it felt like really loving and warm, the World Cup this year, and how it just felt like everybody was a big family because we were all melting in the heat and loving Gareth Southgate. So I drew Gareth Southgate celebrating one of the goals in like when he was like when they got through in match. And then I talk about when I used to go to France when I was little, and about that's why I am happy that if England couldn't win, then France won. So, and this is me having my favourite dessert in France, tarte aux fraises, and we're at Carrefour and have one of those, because in France they used to have these big paper cones and they used to have lots of toys in, and it was like a Kinder Egg, but it was a big paper cone. It's like Lucky Bags in the UK, but they come in big paper cones, and you can pick Garçon or Mademoiselle. So I always used to like mix it up and pick girls and boys, because they always had different stuff in. And the boys ones usually had a parachute man, and because we had a cottage that had a balcony, parachute men were obviously very favourable. So yeah, sunshine and sportsmanship. And then there's all been this big thing about She-Ra, about the new design for She-Ra. And everybody was drawing their interpretation. Now this colour is more of a turquoisey blue than it's showing, but it's that gold with a sort of pink and a turquoisey teal sort of blue. And this is, I've forgotten his name, the horse she has, and then everyone is drawing their interpretations of She-Ra in the new styled costume. So this is what I did. So this next picture is a draw this in your style. So Bailey J, she did a video doing the draw this in your style hashtag, and she drew something for us to draw in our style, and it was a girl riding a banana and there's fruit. So this is what I came up with. I'm really pleased with because I tried to go into pictures and make things 3D. So this was a bit tricky with the face and proportions, but I'm really pleased how it came out. I think she's really cute. So I really like the shaping of her jumpsuit. So, and for this I used one of my Made to Move Barbies to, how I use them is just hold them and just look at angles and things, and then eventually I get the angles. So that's that. Autistic in Space comic about being a fairy, and this is all about my favourite character when I was a kid was Willy Fogg, and he's amazing. He's around the world, and it's the Around the World in 80 Days story, but they're all anthropomorphic animals in clothes. And Willy Fogg was amazing. It was one of my favourite shows, and and you could send off it for the words to the theme tune, and then for the last episode, and I think it was Andy Crane, he got everybody singing the tune for the theme tune, because we all had song words, and it's amazing. I love Willy Fogg, he's amazing, and that's why I love Hotline Guys. So here we have another animal alphabet creature, and this was a bird, but he doesn't really have things he can grab onto clothes. So I thought, well, he can use his beak. So he's lifting up his vest, and yeah, I was just drawing those areas bigger and bigger and bigger, because it's like, wow, that the creatures on Magic Mike's Utopia show. It's like, how do they do that show without getting a semi on? It's like, how? Because like, wow. So that's what I kind of drawn. But don't tell the mods or YouTube or anybody who might ban me, because I just think it's funny. But yeah. This picture is all about there was a BBC trailer, and obviously the Doctor Who trailer, which is amazing. And there was a BBC trailer all about the new drama coming up in the autumn, and one of them is Suran Jones playing Anne Lister, who was a woman from who was a lesbian woman who I think she was an artist. I'm sorry, I haven't learnt much, but I thought it'd be cute to do a picture of 13 with Suran Jones as Anne Lister, because Suran Jones obviously was played the TARDIS, the human TARDIS. So I thought I'd draw that, and I have this book, and it's like fashion illustration, but it's like fashion plates. So I tried to draw it in that kind of style, and then I drew her cane to settle around her foot in a sort of knowing fashion. But I think sometimes I'm too subtle, and sometimes people just don't get my jokes. So yeah, so that's that. Finally, for the July set of artwork, we have a Versailles picture, but this is mashed up with horrible histories, because I've been catching up on a lot of horrible histories, because I wasn't really a kid when Horrible Histories was on, so I didn't used to watch it that much. But I've been catching up with it on Netflix, and it's awesome, and Matthew Bainton is incredible. He's just so versatile, and he's fit in every single thing they put him in. So I thought I'd mash it up with Versailles and my Chevy. So here is the Chevalier, and he's got his eye on Matthew Bainton, who's at a Versailles party, and then Philippe is in his dress, and he's getting a bit jealous. So I was going to call this one Versailles Side-Eye, but I didn't. But then instead of having to draw loads of fiddly Versailles furniture, I'd just put gold, gold, ooh, gold, 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 because that's basically what the site is, just lots of gold. So I wrote gold in lots of different styles, because to show that's the different styles of furniture and things. So yeah, the skin tone's a bit deeper than it's shown on camera. Cameras. So yeah, so that's the artwork I did for July 2018. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and see my artwork. See more of my artwork, you can follow my blog autisticinnerspace.wordpress.com and follow me on Twitter, because I have lots of other stuff on Twitter too, and lots of jokes and stuff. So I'll put that detail in the description box. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. Yay!